All right, let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, sup guys, I'm Violin Gamer with Mario vs. Donkey Kong and Percent for the Game Boy Advance. This is a very movement-based puzzle platformer with a lot of cool tricks that you'll see. So the objective of this game is to collect a key and take it to a keyhole, and then in the second half to find a mini Mario. And I'm going to be explaining the movement mechanics as we go along. So there's a backflip right there. There's also triple jumps, somersaults, handstands, and other cool tech that you can do. This level is actually really hard. We're going to start by jumping on these ladders to save some time. We're going to let go of that hammer, because whenever you kill enemies it freezes the game for a second. We're going to jump through that oil canister. So whenever you have upwards momentum when you're jumping, you can jump through certain objects and you're pretty much invincible. We're going to do the same thing here. Do the first triple jump. Whoops. Alright, so that level's a lot harder than it looks. If we didn't die. So there's a cool mechanic in this level that's pretty useless. If you jump under a ceiling like that, you can gain some speed. We do that later on in other levels and we actually save time, but here it's impossible to make this cycle. It's important that I'm dropping straight down from ledges instead of running off of them because it saves a few frames. Those are 3 very difficult backflips. $2.97 is the best time you can get.
Here we go!
This level's pretty simple. Backflips is a key. It's a pixel perfect flip I got right there.
Let's go!
We have to wait for this electricity pass, unfortunately. And here I'm gonna duck and duck to gain a big pixel of distance every single time that I unduck. Cool little mechanic of this game. If you're trapped underneath a ceiling, you can duck and unduck when you're on a conveyor. You don't even have to be on a conveyor, but I'll explain that later. So if you saw there, I actually jumped through this shy guy a little bit. Alright. That's actually a safe strat right there. You can actually do pretty difficult and punishing strat there. It's not worth it. I'm gonna go for a really tough cycle here. I cannot mess up at all, or I can't make it. Nice. If you make one input error, it's impossible to make that. You have to wait for the bricks to fall all the way down. Here's a pretty tricky triple jump right here. You can actually control how far each jump goes by holding right on the D-pad a certain amount of time, certain length of time, I guess. This is the first Mini Mario escort mission. We have to escort at least one Mini Mario to the toy box. But to open the toy box, we need to collect 3 letters. can collect all 6, and basically what the mini Mars do is, depending on how many you collect, that's how many hits you can take in the DK fight. Since I'm only taking 1, if I take 1 hit in the DK fight, I die. So it's important to not get hit at all, but this fight is very, very easy. You just have to know where to position yourself at certain times. All of this is consistent every single time. Oof. That was almost a death. So that's World 1. Pretty simple introduction. So at the end of every fight, we're gonna be soft resetting to the main menu to save some time, because there's a world intro that happens if you don't do that. You waste a lot of time. There I did a crouching backflip. Basically, when you're running in a certain direction, you want to backflip in the opposite direction. If you crouch, it removes some of the turnaround lag, which lets you backflip faster. It's important for making certain cycles later on. I'm just going to jump through the fireball by using my upwards momentum invincibility. Alright, 2-2 has a really tough cycle to make, but there's a cool backup strat if I fail it. Hopefully I don't. Oh, that sucks. It's the first death. Sometimes the game likes to drop inputs. I'm gonna do a backup right there. Alright, it's important to spin 5 times there, or can't really make it. You have to spin at least 5. Oh yeah, my Twitch is ViolinGamer_. And I just backed out to the main menu for no reason. Alright. This cycle's pretty cool. Very easy. This level is pretty much a puzzle. This whole game is obviously a puzzle platformer. We try to skip as many puzzles as possible, but sometimes we have to play them, unfortunately. Right, there's a frame perfect trick I can get here, or not. If you get a frame perfect backflip here, you can actually make it onto the left platform. But like I said, it's frame perfect, so it rarely happens. Saves 5 seconds though, which is pretty cool. There's a very precise cycle I'm trying to make here. It's pretty self-explanatory here. I'm gonna get the key and make it back into this elevator before it goes back up, hopefully. There we go.
Ooh, that is RNG. Bad RNG. The game wanted to kill me right there. You have to react pretty quickly in case something like that happens. Normally, the bug enemy just stays
Here we go.
down on the ground. You can actually triple jump over that gap, which is pretty nice. Very tight cycle here. Saves about 2 seconds over the safer shot. It's very, very risky. This mini Mario level is pretty cool. We're gonna collect the O and the T. Sorry, not the O and the T, the Y and the O at the same time, if we do this correctly. There we go. Now the second DK fight is normally the hardest in the game casually, but we're gonna completely destroy DK before he can even do anything. It's gonna be really hilarious. And he's dead. Thank you, thank you. Alright, World 3 introduces the amazing mechanic of waiting for cycles, so, I love this game. Very amazing gameplay right here. There's a pretty cool triple jump I'm gonna do here. Or I guess it would be a double jump this time. (3-2) has a very precise trick. If you mess it up, you lose at least 3 to 5 seconds. There we go. Same thing for the second half. Oof. I should be okay. Should be okay. I'm gonna wait for the platform just to play it safe. Oh, I have to wait for it anyway. Alright, not bad. Probably lost 2 seconds there. (3-3) is pretty cool. Not the first half, but the second half is pretty amazing looking. I'm gonna time that triple jump to make it onto whatever that enemy's called. I have no idea. Alright, see those fireballs on the red platform over there? We're gonna go say hello to them. There we go. It's very, it's not a very difficult trick actually. This is probably the hardest level in World 3. So I need to focus here. There we go. If you're not in the center of that platform, it's Mario doesn't unlock the key, unfortunately. You get crushed. Alright, the second half of 3-5 is actually pretty sick, but I do need to listen to the music. First half is pretty simple. I'm just waiting for the platforms to move. Alright, this strat is pretty sick if I can get it first try. There we go. Easy peasy. Um, 3-6 uses the amazing tech of this game called waiting for cycles. Takes it to the extreme. So we have to just wait for the Sava. It's great. It's amazing. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, who doesn't like waiting for lava to rise and fall? So that was a pretty much perfect World 3 aside from 3-2, I guess. This is probably the most self-explanatory mini Mario stage. Doing some very specific movement here to avoid letters from not being collected. And there's also a glitch that can happen here where the mini Mario just runs to the left on his own for some reason, so avoiding that from happening. Also, DK3 has the coolest strat ever, aside from Final DK. Hopefully I can pull it off. There we go. Alright, now for the second hardest world, the whole run. Next up is the Ghost World. It's very, very, very difficult. Four-1 doesn't really do this world justice though. I promise, after 4-2, this world becomes very insanely difficult. So I'd like to get a 138 in this level if possible. That means I did it pretty much perfectly, and I just missed the opportunity. 136 is fine. The second half of this level has these weird enemies that follow you and do pretty much nothing, so they don't really pose any threat whatsoever. It's important to not touch that donut block from the side, because it'll fall down, even though you're not on top of it. You can bring down donuts from the side and from below in this game, even if you're not standing on them. That's one of the hardest tricks in this world. There we go. And there's a pretty interesting soft lock that can happen in this level. It's really hard to do it unless you're trying to get it on purpose, but if we have time, I definitely want to show it off at the end. Alright, this level's actually really hard, so I have to focus here. Whoops. I don't know why I did a triple jump. Should be fine still. Oh, Jesus. Probably got that by a pixel. I'm gonna scroll the screen on the right here, so the enemy on the right there moves to the left faster. That speeds up this level by about a second. Here we're gonna triple jump underneath the thwomp, and yeah. Otherwise, you would have to wait for it to come back up. It's impossible to normally run underneath it. You can also backflip over it, but that strat is stupid. I don't like doing it. It's not worth it. This level is very precise. Oof. Alright. Could have died there easily. Alright, 4-6 has the hardest strat in this whole game, in my opinion. Let's see if I can get it. Let's go for the backup. Oof! I want to get the backup. You guys have to see this. Oh, dude, I'm just gonna restart. You guys have to see this. It's really amazing. I don't care how much time I lose. Can I want to do a backflip here. Ah, oh, so close. I'm trying to bring the donut down from below using Mario's feet. I don't even know how I backflipped in that direction. Alright. Excuse me. Alright. I'm gonna give you like 3 more tries. What? Alright. Let's try this again. Oh, come on, dude. Nah. Alright, one more try. If I can't get this, I'll go for the safer strat. Yeah. Oh well. Basically, what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to do a very precise set of backflips, and then do a handstand underneath the donut to bring it down. Fortunately, it's very, very difficult. Just know that it is possible. So I'm gonna have to wait for this. So this level is actually very lenient because there's a cycle we have to wait for anyway at the very top. So we can take your time. Okay. For some reason, when you backflip up there, the robot guy doesn't see you for a second. It's really weird. We're gonna kill some of these mini Marios on purpose. Hopefully I do it in the correct way. Alright, cool. That's exactly how it's supposed to go. This fight is pretty simple, but we have to be very careful not to get hit at all. Alright, you guys ready for the next brutal transition screen? Alright, World 5. It's the Mystic Forest world. I don't know what's so mystic about it. It is a fairly challenging world though. We're gonna do a wraparound jump. I don't know what you want to call that. It's not a 3D jump. It's not a 3D game. We're gonna jump through another fireball here in a second. Oof. Yikes. Alright. That's fine. It happens. 5-2 has the first pixel perfect trick here. So it's not in the first half. In the second half, you have to line yourself up on a certain pixel to cheese the entire level. Grab that hammer there to reduce lag in the level, because this level lags like crazy. Anyway, let's cheese the whole level now. There's actually 3 sub-pixels I can stand on. I wasn't on the correct sub-pixel. There you go. You just skip the entire level. 5-3 also has some amazing cheese, so.
Here we go.
If anyone has played this as a kid, you probably remember how complicated this was. Alright, the second half here, we're gonna clip a bomb into a wall. It's gonna look pretty sick. Fortunately, we have to wait for these bombs. So, it's great. Now let's do the bomb clip. Ah, that wasn't supposed to happen. It was very unfortunate. Well, I can do the bomb flip again for you guys. Keep in mind, I haven't done runs of this game seriously for like a month, so probably why I'm dying so much. I think that was the third death, if we're not counting all the resets I did.
Here we go.
Very tight cycle here I want to make. That's pretty much perfect. In the second half here, we're gonna be jumping through a cannonball. Mario can jump through a lot of things in this game. Whoops. Let's wait actually. Yeah, it's better to wait. Oop. Alright. You're not supposed to take fall damage there, obviously. Anyhow. This level's pretty straightforward. The second half is very difficult because there's a lot of lag in the level and you have to deal with some very precise platforming and try to avoid the enemies. You'll see that pretty shortly. You can actually make that platform if the platform lines up properly. Unfortunately, the cycles can get out of sync a little bit. So here I'm dealing with a lot of lag. Might not look like it, but the game is lagging really hard right now. The game just can't handle so many things on screen at once. Also, this level looks very complicated, but it's actually one of the simplest levels in the whole run. So that's the last level of World 5. Then we have a pretty difficult mini Mario level. I want to have them positioned a certain way, but it can be pretty random what result you get sometimes.
Let's go, little guy.
Alright, so I did that correctly. Want a mini Mario waiting on the top right corner for me. Alright, this fight is really hard. It's probably the hardest fight, aside from Final DK. You'll see why. You'll see why. If I can do first try. I'm gonna retry because I want to show off the strat. I don't want to mess it up. There you go. Very tricky timing there. Oof, okay. It's not supposed to touch the button. I'm dead. I'm alive. I'm alive. Okay. What? I should have died. Alright. Should have died. Alright, World 6 is the hardest world in the run, and it's the last world in the run, so... This world has some insane tricks that you haven't seen yet, so brace yourselves. Alright, so the second half is very insane. There we go. You know, all Nintendo had to do there to stop that from happening was put an extra row of blocks there. They didn't.
Here we go.
One of the hardest tricks in the run right here. Super easy to die anywhere. And look, it's me. Oof, jeez. This has another pixel precise jump that can cheese the whole level, so let's see if I get it. There we go, easy. By the way, I was moving back and forth there, because every time you do that, you actually move. I'm dumb. When you wiggle left and right, you move left a subpixel every time. A game over, nice. It's fun. It's pretty cool. I got a game over there because I restarted 4-6 so many times, and it takes away a life every time you do that. There we go. Alright, so 6-4 has some pretty cool key jumps here. Some cool platforming as well. You can actually stand on the platforms that are covering certain lasers from firing, believe it or not. Most people don't know that. Okay. That's fine. You just cheese a whole level by throwing the key over the spikes. It's a super dangerous strat here. Once I get to the top. If I mess it up, I'll die. I'm gonna wait for the Shy Guy to turn around. There we go. Alright, 6-5 has probably the coolest strat. I'm not going to explain it because it'll be a spoiler. You guys will see for yourself. Oop. Come on. Oh my goodness. Doesn't want to stay up there. Oh, come on, dude. There we go. Alright, it's a pixel perfect strat. It's really hard to time. Up. Ooh, the save. Alright. Actually, I meant to grab the key earlier. That could have been really bad. Up. Okay. Okay, apparently I wasn't holding up there long enough. I'm supposed to be able to grab the pole there. Now I should be able to make the fast cycle. There we go. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. So this level, the first half of this level, is pretty simple, but the second half has pretty dumb, ridiculous trick you probably wouldn't even think of doing. In fact, the strat was only found during SGDQ last year by some random person who's never ran the game. Oof, okay. Basically, what I'm going to do is fit Mario in a one-tile space, which shouldn't be possible theoretically. Need some voodoo magic. Right. Oof, okay. Very, very tricky to get out of there. Okay. Unducked a little too soon. Oof, okay. Jesus, there we go. That trick is stupid. But it's really cool. I really like it. My PB, which is record, has a 20-second death in that level to that trick, by the way. We're gonna kill a mini Mario here on purpose to reduce lag. So one mini Mario is too much for the game to handle. And he's dead. We're gonna kill another one just because. And we're gonna need these 4. We need 4 for this level because DK has a mechanic that whenever you get hit, he roars to taunt you, to celebrate you getting hit. And that prevents him from hitting any buttons. And there's only one button, so. Whoops. Alright. Oops. That's fine. I'm gonna wait here. Alright. I'm gonna get hit on purpose here. So that he doesn't touch the button. I'm gonna do it one more time. Let's do it again. Alright. And now for the coolest part of the game, the final DK fight. So, we found out a couple months ago, we meaning the Wire versus DK community, we found out that if you stand 8 pixels away from Donkey Kong here, when you're throwing the barrel, you can reuse the same barrel over and over again. I don't know why, it's just how the game works, I guess. But first I have to get these really precise jumps that save 10 seconds if I get them. And I got them, which is awesome. So the next barrel will spawn right away, instead of just having to wait for it. And now for the insane part. There's gonna be a spiky barrel at the top right here. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna wait, just to play safe. It's not worth the risk. And that's time. Nine seconds underestimate, let's go. Alright. And can I show off a cool little soft log real quick? Alright. So this level right here has a really sick soft log. To beat this first half real quick. Alright, now for the soft lock. It's really funny. It's really, really funny. Alright, no.
Mamma mia!
And now the game is soft locked. Yeah. So, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Alright.